Buttervision. She's back!
Bama In The Butterverse, back at ya!
What the?
We're done.
All right, welcome back, America. I hear your applause. I hear it.
For me?
Well, you are back. Kristi Yard, my partner in crime, is back.
I'm
now,
back.
you know, I originally thought what I had heard is that you had your cousin won Publishers Clearinghouse, and you guys were down there on the Florida Shore, popping bottles.
Oh, that's where we would go?
But then I heard it was Jamie, our homegirl Jamie's birthday, her 30th birthday, a very significant birthday, and you guys tell us about it. You went on a cruise.
I know, we went on such a fun cruise.
This is nuts. Tell me all about it. How was it? I can see you have like some tan action going on. What do we sitting out like, you know?
Color to the face.
Word. Like, so it was awesome.
I had to look cute because of it tonight.
Right.
Yeah, no, it was so fun. It was amazing. We had a blast. We went out of Miami and stopped in Key West and stopped in Cozumel, Mexico, and
all right.
got back to Miami and had a little day in South
I mean, were you like relaxing, or did you turn that shit up? What's going on? What's good?
You know, I'm not too good.
Inquiring minds want to know.
I'm not that good at relaxing when it comes to vacations. I wish I could be better, but no. We snuck our alcohol on. We snuck our smoke.
All right. Now y'all know I know you know what you doing. Shoot.
We had a good time.
Now I gotta ask, ladies and gentlemen, because I know you guys want to know.
Inquiring minds.
You're on a cruise.
Yes.
Did you enter the fleshy union?
Enter the what?
The fleshy union. You know, like some squirt therapy, if you get my drift, huh? Like you can get yourself some man poon.
What?
Yeah, no, like
I don't even ever know what he's talking about.
Sex. Did you get
has
laid?
to go here.
Kristi, you guys probably don't know this. Kristi here refuses to get laid. I'm not kidding. I don't. Okay, we don't. So I'm gonna take that as a no.
We're putting my business out there.
I'm gonna take that as a
no. None of us went there. I mean, you know what the thing is that I mean, it could have been nice. We had some really good, like there was a lot of guys on there, like a lot of people our age. It seemed like it was gonna be like a really fun crowd partying, and they were. Not saying that, but we didn't really get the action we thought we were gonna get.
Okay, well, you know,
that was a little disappointing, but who cares? We had our ladies. We were having a great time.
All right. Well, when you have your 30th birthday party, you can, you know, we can get you laid then. Or viewers out there, I know there's like 3 to 6 of you. Check my girl out.
Call me.
Moving on. Before we get to the show, this interesting thing happened while you were gone. So, you know, even as awesome as we are, Bama In The Butterverse here, we're not the only game in town. There are a few other recap shows out there, and, you know, none of them as dope as this one, but, like, there are a few that have been around for a while and, you know, have, like, some, like a set and, like
real set.
Lights and, like, microphones and other kind of uppity-ass junk like that.
Are they real or not?
What they don't have is JD and Kristi, right?
Nobody.
So I found one of these that's kind of been around for a while, and, you know, I decided, because we're so dope, Afterbuzz TV, they consider themselves like the ESPN of, like, talking about shows. They don't only do the challenge, they have a bunch of different... But what I've decided is... You guys have to give up some of those viewers that you carry around in your pockets like so many nickels and dimes. So here's what I'm doing. They have a call-in. You can call in.
Yeah.
They have a call-in.
I do like that.
We're going to start next week. We're going to start calling into their live show. I'm going to start having buddies of mine calling their live show only to mention Bama In The Butterverse. And
what?
Yeah.
You can call into the Afterbuzz?
Yeah. We're going to call into their show and I'm going to be like, yeah, hey, I really enjoy your show. Not as much as that great recap show, Bama In The Butterverse with Kristi and then they're going to like hang up on me, but I'll have gotten it out there.
Oh my
then
God.
I'm going to have friends of mine call. It's going to be a full-on fatwa against Afterbuzz TV.
Whoa, you're getting really you're like going crazy right now.
I am.
I mean, that could be a good idea though, because it could get us viewers.
Even if it gets us one of their viewers to check this
it.
out, because this is where the action is. They're not talking about squirt therapy over at AfterBuzz TV.
I don't want to be talking about it here either.
So I'm gonna have more on that coming up. Now let's get into tonight's episode, and
But because I missed a good episode. I missed a really good episode. Like, can you believe it? I wasn't here to be able to talk about the girl going home right after she screwed my boy, right after she thought she was like working the game, the mastermind, all this stuff. Man, and she went home in such classic fashion.
It was ignominious fashion, I would say. Wouldn't you say ignominious?
I'm not even lying, but a little sorry for her. Maybe just because I have a conscience, unlike most of the people on the challenge. But it was great. It was awesome to see her go home. So bye-bye, Laurel. All right. I didn't get a chance to tell you last week. See you later.
All right, now, let's get into tonight. Tonight's episode was titled In Polly We Trust. I'm actually calling it Mount Rushmore is Crumbling. Because if you saw the episode...
Which we hope you did.
One of the real legends. One of the top... No, you cannot deny. He's a Hall of Fame Mount Rushmore of the challenge type cat. Mr. John Bananas, the GOAT, some would say, gone from the game, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, we'll tell you all the deets about how that went down, but,
all of them going bye-bye.
And, I mean, first of all, this is crazy. 3 Mount Rushmore, Laurel, Wes, and Johnny gone.
Back to back.
Now, I'm gonna, as an initial observation, I'm gonna get into something that I talked about last week when you weren't here, Kristi. My prognostication. Hi there.
What are these?
I don't know if you...
Always using big words, I don't know.
I don't know if you're familiar with Jimmy the Greek, who Jimmy the Greek is.
No.
Okay, Jimmy the Greek is this guy from the 70s, right? And he would come on like CBS Sports for the football broadcast, and he'd be chomping on a cigar, talking about, take Dallas by a touchdown over Philly. Or like, the Rams by a field goal over Tampa Bay. And then, if you had like a gambling addiction, you'd go out and bet on, his picks, right? That's me for the challenge, people. You find a Vegas casino or like a bookie, or even if you have to go to the mob, you find someone to take some of your action on the challenge and you bet my picks. That's all I'm saying. Dude. Everything I'm saying, because I said at the end of last episode, I feel like, I don't know if it's going to be next week, but soon Johnny's machinations are going to like bite him in the buttocks.
Good. So glad it did.
This is what happened.
Did you predict Laurel too? Or Wes? I don't think so.
I said throughout, like, about Wes.
You did talk about Wes.
And I said Laurel is a loose cannon. She's like I think I've been pretty on with my prediction.
Better than me, for sure.
Now, another initial observation I want to make about that is, and maybe you'll argue.
Oh, gosh.
I think the Johnny Bananas era may be over.
Why would I ever argue with that? Like, let's hope.
Okay. I mean, this is about the 3rd or 4th season straight that he's gone out early. Yeah, he's really like, I don't know. I just don't know if he has what it takes anymore because of his history, because he has so much baggage in the game. He comes in with a target on his... It's just crazy.
And that's what's happening, I think, with a lot of the vets.
Yeah, exactly.
So...
now, I know you're going to disagree on this one.
Oh, gosh.
I feel like Paulie and Cara in this episode did some of the best acting I've seen on the challenge.
I just don't get this whole thing, like, they're such great actors, they're great. Like, what do you mean? Like, first of all, nobody should trust them. You should already know their game. Like, it's so obvious. And the acting does, to me, looks fake as hell. Like...
I thought he got Jordan buying in. He got the whole team buying in. And
Paulie might be one of the better actors out of all of them.
So let's get into that. So in the episode, the USA pulls another team meeting, because as we've been talking about all season, they're like just crumbling at the seams, right?
Completely divided.
So Leroy and Zach, I give them credit because they're kind of trying to be the voices of reason in a way.
Right.
You know, and so they call this team meeting at which basically Paulie says, if you guys make me the speaker, I won't call the name of anyone on our team, right?
Right. Paulie shakes on it with Josh because Josh wanted to be, again, the Speaker of the House. I don't know why he thought he was going to get it again. He's the one that put, like, I don't know, whatever. That was weird. But yeah, they shook on the fact that Paulie was like, if you make me Speaker of the House, I will not put somebody from our team. I'll put a strong player from their team. So, and Leroy did. He made a great point. Like he was saying, all of the people that have been playing a messy game so far have gone home and are going home.
Right.
If Bananas doesn't tighten it up, he's going home. He predicted it before any of us.
He did. And not before me.
Oh, excuse me.
But he also, like Leroy said, what, are we just going to give the UK the $1 million by just like bumping off everyone on our own team? That's crazy. That's another thing I've been saying.
They're both kind of doing that too, though. Both
they are. Which, we'll get into that. But so then we get in, and before we get into the daily challenge, that's right, I want to point this out because Kristi,
oh God,
ladies and gentlemen, I see this as we're getting ready to do the show. This thing, I'm like, what the heck, what is this kind of like,
The ladies are going to feel me on this.
Check the crimped hair, ladies and germs, and the neon and the 80s. She's wearing jellies. We'll point this out in the after show. She's wearing these jellies. Actually, take one off and show it to the camera.
Gosh,
take one off right now and show. Yeah, jellies, ladies and gentlemen.
So
Kristi's going full on 80s. Now, just by coincidence, I ended up kind of rolling 80s with my, Donkey Kong. And my Donkey Kong wristband, so it's like we got a full-on 80s thing.
We don't even discuss our wardrobe.
Yeah, we don't talk wardrobe beforehand.
And somehow they always work out. Pretty cool.
So on the daily challenge called Hooked, and I love this challenge because they got to run on this platform high above water and jump and hook onto this carabiner, and zip line down into the water. Love that stuff. But
then if you're zip lining into the water, what do you have to do once you hit the water? You gotta swim. And it
was a whole UK team sound of them groaning when they saw that they were going to have to swim.
There's so many people on this season that cannot swim.
It's
and
insane.
I don't understand that. There's always swimming in the challenge. Always. How are you not learning this? Outside of when you're training?
That would be me.
Yeah. So.
There were a few standouts, and there was really wow. Let's talk about the standouts. Obviously, I want to say one thing because neither of us is a huge Jordan fan. Just he's not like
ego as a kid is
his ego is a legend. He's kind of less so, but in any case, I got to give him credit because he does perform, and this is in a swimming challenge. The dude literally has 1 1/3 hands, okay? He literally, and he dominated this. He didn't
dominate.
He didn't dominate.
That's the thing. Because Paulie was only 2 seconds behind him.
He performed exceptionally well, as did Paulie.
No, he was still the best time.
Right. But again, just that he has this handicap and he doesn't use it as an excuse, and he just performs well.
Yeah, he's amazing.
He performed well.
Jenny
on
was
the UK team, she was smoking fools,
some of the guys couldn't even get it under 4 minutes. Turbo!
What happened to Turbo, dude?
He couldn't even get it under 4 minutes.
I thought he was literally might have been having a heart attack out there or some sort of conniption fit.
Could there have been that he was throwing people off?
I don't know. Turbo's never got involved in those sorts of shenanigans, though. I mean,
he doesn't, but he really can't swim that well.
He won the didn't he have to swim last season? He won the challenge last season.
I know, it's weird. He was the only guy in the U.S. Unless it was maybe Leroy, because I don't think they told us Leroy's time, that didn't do it in under 4 minutes. He was over 4 minutes, and it was shocking.
Yeah.
For sure. But I mean, look at Esther and Poor Ninja.
Oh my God, dude. I'm very into watching these plane crash shows, right? And there's this classic plane crash from the early 80s in DC or something like that where the plane crashes into water, right? Freezing cold water, and then so there's jet fuel in the water, and so there's this woman who got blinded by the jet fuel, and she got jacked up by the plane, and there's video of this woman kind of swimming in place, and you can tell she can't see what. That's like what Ninja Nat looked like swimming. It's like, you know.
What a horrible comparison.
Yeah, what?
This bitch has been in a plane crash and
I went
obviously
there.
Can't swim.
I went there,
you're
girl.
Throwing Ninja into
yeah, that's how bad she looked. And I love Ninja, man. I know. We were just giving Ninja so many props when last week.
Was gone.
Right. But this one, she was horrible. Dee was horrible. Esther literally, I think, swam in place for about 15 minutes straight.
Her a buoy.
Yeah, it was like nuts. Okay, so yeah, it's crazy how many of these people can't swim, dude.
I get it.
But yeah, so the U.S. pulls it out like
because there was a few people on the U.S. that also like.
Oh yeah, Leroy sucked.
Ninja Turbo.
Yeah, Ninja Turbo sucked. So they pull it out by a minute and 17 seconds. Right. So again, the UK, they've won one time this entire season, dude.
And that's because Bananas threw the challenge.
Right. Oh, that's right.
The only reason that they won.
They can only win if the other team throws it. That's pretty wow.
I know.
That's embarrassing. UK, get it together. So the UK then again loses and has to pick someone.
And now we got the U.S. tribunal that happens. Right. And who was in the tribunal?
Well, it was, so when TJ asks, and again, I'm about playing a clean game, and Paulie's not really playing a clean game, but he's
playing a good game.
Yes. When TJ calls out who's going to be, Paulie, because they had all arranged it, Paulie could have just been like, yeah, it's me. He let Jordan be the one to say it. There was a pause, and that was slick. I like that, right?
And then, of course, he picks his girl, Cara.
Because she's the only person he can trust in the game. And then he picks Jordan because he got the best time, which that was cool, right?
Yeah. And they got to go in and listen to the Brits again. I feel like they're getting tired of probably going in there.
Dude.
Listen to the Brits discuss who they're putting into the elimination.
But let's talk about this, and you alluded to it earlier. They take the U.S. strategy. At what point, how does Theo even ever get in the discussion when you have Idris, you have it's a guy's day, but you have Idris, you have Rogan, who really hasn't done shit, although he beat Turbo in swimming. You have guys who haven't performed.
But Theo's forgetting that it's also an emotional game and people do take things personally and get tired of hearing the mouths. So he is talking himself into these things. I mean, he sat there for 10 minutes before it even got started. Just talking about nonsense. And then, of course, throws Rogan up again because they're both butthurt with each other.
Right.
So they're basically just going back and forth with each other. But, shockingly enough, half the damn team.
Oh, yeah. They voted Theo in.
Even though he's one of the best ones.
Right.
They're throwing some of their best players into the game way too early because you need these people to help you win.
Oh yeah, it's a horrible strategy, and I'm gonna talk about that a little bit in my final takeaways. Believe you me. But so they get Theo, and then the U.S. asks Theo, who do you want? And he's like, pretty much anyone, whatever, Rogan, just not my guy Bear, right?
Right, and then I did like how he asked them, do you guys already have somebody you're going to throw in anyway? He's one of the first people that asked that. And then it was so obvious when Cara was not speaking, when Jordan and Paulie were talking about who they were going to throw in.
Oh, it was obvious.
Just sitting there.
No, it was obvious.
Jordan should have known that.
It was obvious for the whole episode that she was going to choose Johnny. But dude, again, I go back to Paulie's acting because so he takes the other two aside. And he takes Jordan aside with Tori, and he's like, yeah, I wanted to get you guys away from Cara Maria because I know she's playing an emotional game. Dude,
and she's gonna vote Bananas.
He was playing them out like poot butts right then, dude. And that's what I love.
I still can't get behind the fact that anybody would believe that Paulie would not be going where Cara's going.
Yeah, because she's pimped him out. That was the whole thing last season with Kyle. Is he was Cara was butthurt, and she just kept getting Paulie riled up about Kyle,
right?
And that was the whole narrative of the season.
She made them hate each other, and now it's Bananas,
right?
She's.
Yeah, how I feel about that woman. Okay, so then we go to the proving ground, and
yes,
and again, Paulie's we wanted to put in one of their good players, and Rogan.
That's the way he did it.
We're choosing Johnny. Oh my God, dude.
But wait, and I hate to do this. I really hate to
No,
do this.
do it.
But can we
This
go
is
back?
your show, damn it.
It's both of our show. But I do want to go back really quick. So in between the them voting in the elimination and going to that meeting and everything, they go out. They went to a bar.
Oh,
and
yeah.
went out.
Yeah.
And there were some things that did happen while they were out. Like, first of all, Rogan being so lame with that strip dance on D. Like,
oh my
you're
gosh,
a stripper?
dude. Wow,
Are you kidding me? You're a stripper?
I would not hire
'Cause
you.
yeah, that wasn't cute at all. But we got to talk about Cara, because Cara
And her
brought
fake
Josh
crying.
to the side, talking about, you don't know what he's done to me in the last 10 years. That's what I mean by you ain't a good actor, because I can do it. I can do it. She acted like she was crying, and then I wrote down, Cara is crying so fake right now. Before she even
Did the look?
she turns back to the camera
Yeah.
when she walks away. And I'm just like, look, I look at it like they're all evil. They're all just evil and don't care about anybody but themselves and just winning in the
Wow.
And that's why I can't do the show.
Wow.
I got too much of a conscience. I couldn't
Wow.
do it. So
Okay.
I had to talk about
That was
Cara
strong.
and-
That was real strong. All right, so in the proving ground, the game was called Die For Me. Now, the thing is, man, I'm waiting. You know what I'm waiting for? I'm waiting for a challenge where, it's like they run up 6 steps, and then they have to make a phone call, and then they have to eat a slice of pizza, and then they have to run down 3 stairs. And then that's the whole competition, because I would smash that shit, dude. I would dominate that competition.
I don't think I've ever seen one like that.
Yeah, this one was not like that.
God, this one was.
So they put these 2 cats in a metal cage. Now small cage.
These are both big guys.
And then they gotta roll with their inertia, roll this cage, which is square, so it doesn't roll.
Right. And they gotta set off all these detonators. It's 7 detonators I gotta set off, but they gotta put a ball on each one it's not setting it off, but they put a ball on each one as they make the cage roll. And then it's whoever gets to the 8th one first.
Right, you
wins.
get 7. It was 7 of them.
But then you gotta roll up to the out to the 8th one once you get your 7th ball in, and they all match up. Then you can roll to the 8th one, and then you win.
Right.
But so of course, like you had said, Paulie tried to play like he's going to put Rogan, but he put Bananas in.
Yeah.
I don't know why they're all
Johnny knew.
those
He
shots.
knew it was coming.
But the other thing that kills me is TJ was so butthurt about it. TJ's like, what? You're putting Bananas in?
Dude, strategically, we've been saying all season, if you, and again, I'm going to talk about this later, but yeah, he's one of the best players on the team, period. You can't argue that.
For me, I feel like TJ had a little
He was taking it too far.
For
Like they were
Bananas,
we're having a little mini bromance
butt
or
buddies
something.
or something like that. I don't really know. I was like, get off his ass, TJ. Or I should say, get off his dick.
Wow! Ladies and germs.
Sorry.
So they're doing it, and Johnny appears to be winning, right?
Yeah, Theo started off strong, but then they got even.
Right.
They got pretty much even. They were neck and neck the whole time. And then Bananas got to the 7th one.
He screwed up. This is what, and before the thing, when I saw what the game was, I was like, oh, Bananas wins this. No
I thought
problem.
so too, because I figured he would, I feel like they've done something like that in the past.
Yeah.
So he would kind of figure out the strategy earlier on, even though Theo was doing good. I knew Bananas would get that double roll or something.
Oh yeah, he was doing the double roll, whereas Theo could only get the thing to turn one rotation. So it looked like Bananas was ahead, of course, but then he made an error, and this is very unbananas like, I'll say, to make this type of error. He got one of the balls in the wrong slot, but then had put the other balls in place, so then had to go back.
He had to roll back.
And redo the last 2 balls.
The 6 and 7, he mixed up the 6 and 7 because you had to match up the numbers.
Which was all Theo needed to.
Of course, because Theo was already almost to 7, so
right.
it's like once Johnny had to go back. I feel like we knew that at that point, but they did try to, of course, do some MTV, making it like, he might come back.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, they did make it seem like he could still win. But then, so Theo wins, so Banana, as we said earlier in the show, Bananas is now going. Whoa. You know what that was? I know what that was. Afterbuzz TV. They know we're on it. They know we're on
it.
it.
Shut us down already.
They know we're on it,
That's
dude.
messed
We're
up.
coming for you, Afterbuzz TV challenge.
You're not getting rid of us. That is.
Yeah. All right, so let's get into real quick MVP and LVP.
MVP, LVP.
MVP, call it.
I think it's Paulie. here's the thing. Like, you really got to pay attention to those times because Jordan did win, but he's only 2 seconds behind him.
Yeah.
So he did amazing in the challenge.
Right.
And he masterminded, like, the whole episode of people to get Bananas in there.
Yeah,
And Bananas went home. So,
Right,
I mean,
right.
he was pretty MVP this week.
Yeah, like LVP.
LVP, I was thinking about that, and I'm like, first of all, Josh is always LVP just because he's annoying.
He is.
As,
See
like,
how this works?
I'll get out. Like, why is he so...
We gotta get rid of him, man.
Like, I just don't get it. But, I mean, he didn't perform too bad, actually. He beat, was it Rogan?
Yeah.
No, not Rogan. I'd have to go back. But anyway, the girl, like the swimming, like whoever was swimming
you gotta,
so bad, like,
I mean...
Esther's time was like 8 minutes and 31 seconds.
Yeah.
Compared to people that were getting like 3 minutes and 17 seconds. So, I gotta go
you know
with
what?
like the swimmers.
I'm gonna pick one out. And only because literally she was swimming in circles. I think she was faster than Esther, but she was still, it was like, she's swimming this direction and they're like, yeah, we're over here.
Oh, she was
hey,
going the wrong
ninja, oh shit, am I supposed to be swimming? And then she would just get back in a circle. I'm like,
Wait,
girl, you need to
was-
take some classes or something on
She
that.
was doing so bad that Zach thought she was throwing the challenge. How sad is that?
LVP
Zach thought
worthy
she was
for
throwing the challenge.
Yeah.
Because she was doing that bad.
So let's get into our final takeaways. All right, and like, let's start over here. What do you got?
I mean, you're going to love this one because you said it before. But, I mean, I guess it can still be a takeaway even though now his main dude is gone. But, like, Leroy riding Bananas' coattail this whole time and then basically admitting it the whole episode. He's like begging Bananas, chill out, you're going to be gone. And then when Johnny's like voted in, he's like, I mean, if Johnny goes home, I don't know what's going to happen to me.
Right. And like, hello.
I can't wait to see. Because where's he going? Who's he going with?
He's not
going with anybody but Johnny the whole damn time.
He
which
might
is so
be
stupid.
next.
We've been saying he needed to branch out for forever to get more like alliances, more people. I don't know.
Dude,
but
here's the
it was
thing
kind
to
of
me
fun.
in the challenge. If you win, if you perform, you're setting yourself up the best you can. And he doesn't perform. What he probably took at least 5 minutes to do that swim.
It's just so sad. And then one more takeaway before we go to you with your takeaways is I think TJ and Bananas might have a little thing that we didn't know about before. I just couldn't get over it. He had mentioned it like so many times. Like, let's see if y'all made a bad choice. And then my boyfriend home.
Burgeoning bromance. All right, my final takeaways are this. 2. I have 2 final takeaways. I think we're seeing a paradigm shift right now. You can no longer play like a loud game. You can no longer play a game where you're openly kind of, like playing both sides against the middle. You can't play a sloppy, dirty game. It just doesn't work anymore because the veterans, there are too many new players. The veterans don't have the type of dominant numbers that they used to have. So I think you're now seeing an era where people like Johnny Bananas get voted out.
I would like to see them try to figure out new ways, even. Like, they come in and have to be like, oh gosh, we're sorry that we've always been terrible people.
Maybe they're the new rookies.
Yeah. Ooh, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
I'd love that.
My other takeaway, and this is something I've been talking about all season, and I think, again, it will come up later in the season. I just think it's a horrible strategy to weaken your team before you understand what the later season is going to be like. Because if you end up in a final that remains where it remains US against UK, and you got rid of Bananas, Wes, and Laurel, you're going to regret that.
Theo, like, they're always trying to get rid of their strong players.
Yeah, I don't.
Throwing Ninja and Laurel against each other, like Ninja was a strong. Like, they're just throwing I get the other team throwing in a strong player, but they're throwing in their own strong players. I've never seen it before. It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't love it.
It should be rookies. Like, I've never seen what they don't target the rookies at the very beginning until they basically get rid of them. Or just keep throwing that rookie in and the rookie keeps winning like they did Cam.
Right.
It's just crazy. The rookies are skirting by right now. And they're not even good. Idris
Esther,
good, and they're not even looking at them.
Yeah, it's bad news. Anyway, so Banana's gone. It's crazy. It's a whole new world on the challenge, ladies and germs.
Thank God.
Like I said in this episode, starting our fatwa against Afterbuzz TV next week. Now, of course, you know, I would say this is like a fatwa that's all in good fun, except in case you didn't know, a fatwa means holy war. So, you know, if there's a way to have a fun holy war where we're drinking beers and smoking dope and like having fun and it's a fatwa, great. That's what we're going to do with AfterBuzz TV.
Yes.
Now, next week,
yeah.
we will find out if Paulie's deception this week.
I know, because that's what seems to be happening, is every week the person who deceived people goes home the next week. Well, no, it's going to be a girl one, but...
Right. Maybe, who knows, maybe they'll make Cara Maria pay for Paulie's deception. We never know what could happen.
And it was really kind of hers, too, so...
Yeah,
maybe
true.
So.
It was very much so hers, for sure.
Yeah. And I did see, that, everybody on Banana's side is getting scared. Did you see Nani and Leroy, talking? Basically, they got to figure out where they're going now, which side.
And I also saw potentially some Paulie and Josh. Some holding back, some hold me back action.
I can't wait to see... I think you're probably about to say it too. The trivia challenge.
Yes.
So now we finally get to see who's got a little bit of the...
I love the trivia, and I love that they make it I saw a shoe fly off in that contraption.
Oh, yeah, that thing that shoots them off. And there's two. I think it was two. Both of the shoes fall off.
Oh, I love it. Even better.
I can't wait. That's going to be fun.
All right, so tune in next week for another fantastic episode of Bama In The Butterverse.
We need you to subscribe.
Yes, subscribe and like
us.
Buttervision, like the show, do all that. I want to thank our executive producer, Lisa Welch, our producer and director, Ben Imperato. She is Kristi Ard. I've been JD Butter, and we are out of here.
Peace, y'all.
The one where you're like
in action. Yeah. I know. I got a nice little shadow that made it look like I actually had a muscle. I don't know if you noticed.
I did notice that.
What the fuck is that? And then I realized it looked like a shadow. I was like, I'll fucking take it. I don't care.
I did notice that.